Good morning to everybody. Today we're going to present you our final project on problem solving with programming. We are Paula Beatriz Sanchez Riveling and Gerardo Villanueva Macia. At first we have to go to the folder where we have saved our project. We have to click on it in order to open it, and then we have to go to the developer section and the Visual Basic part to start it. Here we can see our code, and we have to go to the page 1 section and to click on the play button just below the format section in order to at first see how our program works. So we click on it and we start. Here is the introduction to our program, where the user is given a set of instructions in order to be followed and a special greetings for the doctor that helped us to develop our program. So we click on the diagnose button, and here we are told that the program is an inclusive platform where if you cannot read very well, you can be helped by the program if your computer speaks English or knows how to read it. So we'll click on the continue button and we go to the main part of the project. Here we have 4 questions that are symptoms, and the user can select one or either option. Maybe it doesn't want to select this one, so it doesn't matter. You click them, and then if it wants to be helped, it has to click on the activate speaker section, and then there's a funny part.
ITS mostly likely that you have an infection. Take a tablet of acetaminophen of 500 milligramos, every 6 hours for a maximum of 5 days if necessary. Stay home and rest until your fever is down. If the fever don't decrease, take a sober atmosphere technica temperature that is neither hot or cold.
This is where the part of the English section is really important, because if not, the computer is gonna read it as if it was in Spanish. So we click on the continue button, and then it says that the results are going to be printed on an external document located in the same place where this document was saved. So we click on the exit button and the program ends. Then we go to the folder and we can see that there's a new document called diagnosis, and if we click on it, we can see that we have the symptoms here and that our prescription has been also put on there. So we can see that it's completely as if it was in the document, and then we can close it, and we're going to go back to our code. Here in the intro section we can see that there are the instructions and there is only one button. We can check the properties and see that this button has a specific name, and the commands are shown in order to say that if we click on it, the intro section is going to be hidden and the speakers or the next section is going to be shown. The user form section is going to be present in all of them because it's universal and it has to be present in order to the program function, and if we click on it, it can be activated and also all of the other sections can be used. So we go on the speaker section and we can see almost the same. Here's another continue button in order to hide the speaker section and show the main section when clicking on it, and then the user form. Then we go to the main and we can see that there's a section called tools, where it depends on the type of tool that where you can be using. The circular ones can be only selected once, you cannot select both of them, and for that we can use sections such as question 1, question 2, question 3 and question 4. Each of the sections has a different name. For example, here is yes 1 and no 1, and then you can continue clicking on them in order to see them. Then we have the activate speaker section that if you click on it, it's going to be speaking for the user, and then the what should I do button in order to give the diagnosis, and the text box that is going to be showing it. Then the continue button is the last section, and it also has a specific name. Here we can see that every button has given a condition that if it's clicking on it, the values of the variables declared at the first are going to be either true or false depending on the yes or no button. If no one of the sections is selected, the value of the thing is going to be false as a default value. So we go to the diagnose section, where we can see that according to different conditionals we're going to be choosing for a definite prescription or a definite diagnosis for the client or for the user. You can see all of them here, almost 64 diagnoses that we can check here. And then after all of this, we can see that there's a section called the dim msg as a string, which is going to be the speaker section. It's only a value that is going receta.text, and well, this that was declared at the beginning of the document, also as dim receta.text as a string, it's only going to be showing it if the user clicks on the section that was mentioned. And then the file path value or variable that is going to be printing what we all just have said. The print number one is going to be associating this as an output form, and we have to open and closing it. Here there's also a conditional because it's going to print the variable only if the selection was done. So it's only going to show the symptoms that the user has presented. At the end we have the closing part, where it is very similar to what we have shown, because there's only one exit button here, and when clicking on it, the program is going to hide, and then it's going to be ending. So thank you for your attention, and hope to see you soon.